On August 30th, 2023, a child knocked on a neighbor's door around 11:45 a.m. The child was desperately asking for help, and sensing the urgency in his voice, the neighbor responded to the child, but it didn't take long for the eerie truth to surface. Once the neighbors responded, the child asked for a couple of favors, which pointed out something very disturbing and dark.
Wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there.
This devastating incident was then reported to the Utah Police Department through a heart-wrenching 911 call.
He's hungry and he's thirsty.
Okay.
He has duct taped around each ankle. I think there's a good chance he's been, this kid has obviously he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds.
Okay. We need the police here now.
As Utah police sped toward the scene, an unexpected twist greeted them. Something worse than what they imagined.
He had duct tape wrapped around him, and underneath the duct tape was saran wrap wrapped around both of his legs, and on both the wrists were the same. As soon as they took it off, even outside, you could smell the flesh.
Does he know his mom's name?
Ruby Frankie is his mom's name.
The boy revealed that his mother's name is Ruby Frankie, the famous YouTuber whose evil secrets would soon stand exposed.
Only talk if you're asked to talk. That was the most expensive popsicle I ever bought, and you almost went to jail. That was foul.
Eve, weren't you afraid of the police coming to our house earlier today?
Do you know someone who is angry constantly? Maybe it's you.
Ruby Frankie is a well-known name for that Utah region, especially on YouTube. She was one of the more well-known family vloggers who became a social media personality through her content of giving parental advice. Together with her husband and 6 children, she ran her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. While she enjoyed a brief stint in the spotlight with her channel, her content sparked controversy for its focus on strict parenting methods, some of which bordered on unethical practices. But apart from this, the truth was far more complicated than anybody thought. The detective's discoveries revealed a terrifying scenario that even her husband, Kevin Frankie, had never expected. Kevin was separated from Ruby for over a year. However, despite the separation, Kevin was in total shock to see his children this way.
So I can back to my family, save my family, and everything you're sharing to me just sounds like a made-up story. Like I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, it sounds like a horror movie.
When the police arrived at the site, they faced yet another hurdle. By interacting with the boy only a few times, it was revealed that his sister, who also might have been brutally, was still in the house where the boy escaped in the morning.
184.
So we get there, we hop out of the vehicles, we get to the front door.
Police officers, open up!
She finally answered the door.
Officers wasted no time to reach the location. When the door opened, another person entered the spotlight. Jody Hilderbrand was the lady who was spotted shaking after sensing the disaster.
I need you to step out.
I have my attorney.
That's great. Step out of the house.
Whoa.
We're just gonna stand behind.
Just have a seat right there for me.
Do you have a search warrant?
We'll explain it after this.
In the heart of a small community, Jodi Hildebrand emerged as a controversial figure. She gained popularity for her outspoken opinions on parenting and mental health. Frankie and Hildebrand founded Connections, a forum that promoted authoritarian parenting ideas, which drew a lot of criticism afterwards. The police then searched the whole house, and what they found in the closet shook everyone to their core. Ruby's 10-year-old daughter was there. She was hungry and
Come on, my buddy. I'm a police officer. Hey, you okay? Is it just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name?
We at first thought it might have been a little boy sitting there cross-legged, just staring up at us.
You doing okay? You don't want to talk to me? Yeah, that's okay.
After Ruby was arrested from Jodi's house later that day, detectives started to investigate the house. After some investigation, they found some strange things from Jodi's secret room, and it was from the room that the police found some crucial evidence of this case, which would help them later in this case. Ruby appears to be extremely calm even after getting arrested, and she has absolutely no regrets about her recent acts. Throughout, she remains calm and composed.
It's yours if you want it. We'll say that. How's that?
We also have snacks if you need anything to eat. Are those all your kids? I can wait all day.
So yeah, this is just your chance to tell us. We're just trying to get your side of the story. So it's your chance to do that. But it's up to you. We're just here to talk. And I mean, I'm not asking any criminal questions. If you don't want to talk to us, just let us know and we'll be done.
I've already told you.
You want a lawyer? Okay.
During the interrogation, she does not utter a single word. She even refuses to answer some basic questions. She continues to maintain her silence, only breaking it to ask for a lawyer. On the other side, the investigator brings Ruby's husband, Kevin, into the forefront to get additional information and clarification regarding this case.
Kevin William Frankie.
How do you spell that?
KEVINWILLIAMFRANKE.
And what's your date of birth? What's a good address for you?
I'm not comfortable giving my address right now.
Okay. But you do live in Springville?
I do.
How long have you lived in Springville for?
I moved there in 2007 with my family, so
okay.
Was there 17 years.
17. And how many kids do you have, Kevin?
I have 6 kids.
And what are their names? For a year.
Over a year.
Okay.
I've been in a separation.
From who?
From my wife and family.
What's your wife's name?
Ruby Frankie.
Kevin provides basic information about him and Ruby's family, revealing that they had been separated for more than a year now. He also stated he did not know anything about their children. However, during the search operation, a personal diary of Ruby Frankie was found in Jodi's secret room by the detective, which immediately caught everyone's attention. Hidden within the pages of the hidden diary were secrets and harsh truths that left everyone in utter shock. Later, Jodi Hildebrand arrived for the interrogation, but she remained silent as well regarding any details. She told them that she is also a psychotherapist and understands how her words might be misused. It was obvious at that time that she was following her lawyer's instructions.
I'm a psychologist. I've watched people flip things all the time. So I get it. And I sit on your side. I get it. I wish people didn't do that, but they do.
Well, If you're not willing to answer any of the questions about yourself, would you be willing to answer any questions maybe about Ruby or Kevin that you could help us understand? We just honestly want to understand what their dynamic is, what happened to the children, what caused their separation.
Right.
And after talking to Kevin, it sounds like you know a lot about their dynamic and their relationship. So if you could help us understand that at the least, that would be awesome. And that's nothing incriminating towards yourself because it's not pertaining to you. So if you could help us understand that.
Jody, we're going to do this. You asked for your attorney, and we'll leave it at that. We'd like to maybe talk to you later when you have your attorney here present.
Absolutely.
And we'll
He
go
made
down.
an appointment at 4 on
He made
Friday.
an appointment
Here.
here at 4.
He talked to the officer
Okay.
and said, "Can we make a time?" And he said out loud, "Do not talk to them."
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll talk and see if we can schedule that, and maybe that's just something we just do with your attorney. Okay. Do you have any questions for us? Anything we can answer in the meantime?
When the detectives questioned her about Kevin, they discovered that she was very familiar with Kevin's and Ruby's relationship.
For a year.
Over a year.
Okay.
I've been in a separation
From who?
from my wife and family.
What's your wife's name?
Ruby.
Ruby. When was the last time you saw Ruby?
The last time I saw her was the 18th of this month. We met she requested me to sign over vehicles, or the titles to the vehicle that she drives, that were all in my name.
When's the last time you physically saw Ruby?
The day that I moved out, July 24th, 2022.
24th of 2022.
Or July 25th, July 25th.
So it's my understanding that at least home here in Kayenta and Ivins, have you been to that home?
No.
You've not been to that home?
No, I don't know. I don't know what's anything that's been going on.
Like, this is good, man. Like, I would love to be able to help you out with this, and like, I'm seeing the light of this because I'm unaware of your involvement in what's really going on. So for you to say that you're unaware of the status of your kids kind of makes, I know that sounds kind of crummy to you, but it sounds kind of good to me. Like, who lives in that home with your, is it ex-wife? Is it currently a separated wife? Like, who lives in that home with your children?
To be honest, I don't know. I know that she's there with 4 of the children, and our 2 older children have moved out.
Investigators started to dig deeper into Kevin's personal life and how the equation of their family had changed drastically. He had separated with his wife and met her for the last time on 18th of August, 2023, to hand over the cars.
She is an honest, I know her to be an honest and a trustworthy individual. And so, yeah, I trust her.
Your kids are living in her house is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not aware of that, but I know that they've been in business for the last year filming.
Who's they?
Ruby and Jody. They film podcasts, and so every week a podcast goes up and I listen to it.
What's the name of it?
Connections with an X.
Kevin said that he didn't know that his kids lived in Jody's house, but he was aware of the fact that Jody and Ruby started a business and a podcast. It was clear that Kevin didn't have much involvement with his family in the last year. In fact, Kevin also revealed disturbing information about their separation.
Was that part of the reason? The reasons are because of
ways that I treated my wife. And had some
Slowly, Kevin opened up more about their relationship and its dynamic. They lost 90% of their income since they stopped posting content on 8 Passengers. This was one of the key reasons for their separation, along with his addiction. Between breaks, he seemed to panic and still in a state of denial about the fact that his wife might have to face some legal charges. However, this seemingly peaceful interview ended up with an important factual revelation.
basically it boils down to he was being very cruel and mean to his siblings that he shared a room with, and so we removed him from the room. And we said, you can sleep anywhere you want. Sleep on the couch, sleep on the pull-out bed, sleep on the floor for all we care, but you're not sleeping in that room with your brother. He chose to sleep on a beanbag. So 9 months later, he had made a lot of changes in his life. And he was ready to, and we had moved by that time. And so we had a new house, and he was ready to move into his own bedroom. Made a video about it. And in the video, he mentioned something to the effect of, I've been sleeping for 9 months on a beanbag. And that is what all the uproar was about.
What did you guys do to help, like, with his behavioral issues? Is that something you and Ruby talked about together? And then did you help him discover yourself and fix behavioral issues and things like that? Is that something you and Ruby sought out to help correct, like, some of the things?
Yes, and I supported it. And so together we held boundaries for our son to support his choosing honest and responsible choices. And when he chose honest and responsible choices consistently is when he began to get his privileges back. And that was
parenting, right?
Well, that was the uproar, right?
Yeah.
And so, but yes.
While talking about the YouTube hatred that 8 Passengers had previously received, Kevin tells how he and Ruby disciplined their son for his behavioral problems. While he tried defending their methods of parenting, there was evidence that surfaced during the investigation that reveals a very disturbing side of their strict parenting. With him justifying their actions as parents, detectives were able to understand where it all started. What the investigators uncovered previously now started to make sense. Ruby revealed some horrifying facts in her journal. Even though they are too gross for the court to publish, some of the pages have been made public, showcasing Ruby Frankie's most barbarous side to the world. In the journal, she revealed how she tortured her son in Jody's house and how she harmed them mentally and emotionally. Ruby justified her dreadful acts in the name of religion. She went so far to even claim that her children were possessed with demons. The journal started with a strange statement claiming Jody Hildebrand had received blessings from a temple president. In late June, she wrote to her son to do wall sits. On her son's birthday, she wrote about her son's and daughter's misbehavior, and both of them living a sinful lifestyle, while adding that her son is slowly becoming a compulsive liar and how he has a cold heart. In July, she wrote that she shaved her daughter's head for her sinful activities. Imagine a mother behaving like this with her own children. Sounds scary, right? But this was only the beginning. Ruby Frankie described the July 11th scenario when she forced her son to stand in the sun, and when he refused to do so, she pushed him with a cactus poker. Ruby strongly believed that Satan lived within her children, and she even held her kid underwater to drive Satan out. She also pushed her son to perform physical labor, such as picking weed and plastic from a cemetery as a form of punishment. For more than 8 months, Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke continued to these children. They collectively conducted these gruesome acts for the sake of religion. It was a possibility that Ruby has some sort of mental illness or traumatic background, as her actions were backed by some deep-rooted belief system.
In this particular case, clearly there was something that was not right with this woman, whether she had her own abuse or her own mental illness. I've never obviously examined her, so I cannot say. But there are certainly people that have what we call an authoritarian form of discipline that's based on coercion, control, sort of breaking the will of the child. But this takes it to a new level. So clearly there is some form of mental illness going on with this woman.
Jodi was employed as my son's counselor in 2019, and in 2020 I paid her to be my mentor.
Ruby Franke pleaded guilty to 4 counts of aggravated in December 2023. Ruby and Jodi were charged with 6 counts each of felony, carrying sentences up to 15 years per count. During a shelter hearing in September 2023, Ruby attempted to blame her children for abusive behavior as a last-ditch effort.
For the past 4 years, I've chosen to follow counsel and guidance that has led me into a dark delusion. My distorted version of reality went largely unchecked, as I would isolate from anyone who challenged me. I was led to believe that this world was an evil place, filled with cops who control, hospitals that injure, government agencies that brainwash, church leaders who lie, husbands who refuse to protect, and children who need.
Finally, in February 2024, she accepted her guilt to the court by saying she was brainwashed and living in a dark delusion. She also admitted that her version of reality was completely distorted by Jodi Hildebrandt. In the same month, both Ruby and Hildebrandt were sentenced to up to 30 years in prison. A strong voice that cut through the stillness of exploitation appeared on October 21, 2024. The daughter of Ruby Franke, Sherry Franke, came forward with testimony that shook this digital world to its core.
And how do we determine how much a child should make from appearing in family content? What price is worth giving up your childhood? The camera never stops, and there is no such thing as a break from films. But as children, we do not understand the consequences of filming our lives and posting it for the world to see. In any other context, it is understood that children cannot give consent, but for some reason, people think family vlogging is different. In addition, stalk the internet, specifically seeking out child influencers. I promise you that the parents are aware of these predators and choose to post their children anyway. If I could go back and do it all again, I'd rather have an empty bank account now and not have my childhood plastered all over the internet.
She exposed the hazards that lie behind the camera of family vlogs, where her siblings and herself once unintentionally became objects of interest. Sherry remarked the vlogging industry exploits children's innocence while providing little to no safety for those who are most in need, shedding light to the darker reality of what is seen on screen and what actually happens behind the cameras. Once again, the issue of child safety emerged as a major concern. Are children safe at home? According to a survey, 1 out of every 7 children in the United States was around 2023, with roughly 600,000 children being harassed, mostly by their parents. Such incidents act as a humbling reminder that social media platforms have the power to manipulate their users, and that what we see might not always be the reality. What you're thinking about in this type of case, do let us know in the comments section, and do share and subscribe to our channel.